Folks, is the house of cards starting to finally collapse for Joe Biden's crime family? Boy, it is starting to look like it, because in this bombshell story that's come out from the New York Post, apparently a Burisma chief has admitted to being forced to pay bribes to Hunter and Joe Biden. This is huge news. So I can't wait to show you this today, folks. So we're going to go over this story, and I'm going to show you how Joe Biden has gone to extreme lengths to protect his son over in Ukraine, going back 10 years or more. So this from the New York Post: Biden $10 million bribe file released. Burisma chief said he was coerced to pay Joe Hunter and bombshell allegations. So this is going to be from Fox Business. I'm going to show you this really quick, and we're going to jump in.
Brad Blakeman is with us this morning. Brad, we've heard the whistleblowers detail the political interference in the investigation. We got that. We know it. What happens now? Where do we go from here?
Well, unfortunately, I don't think anything is going to come of this legally, as far as a suit or an action, either criminally or civilly, against those who are liable. But I will say this: the most damning indictment so far to come out has been against the justice system itself and the Justice Department. Well, I don't care whether you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent. When you see this kind of favorable treatment, and you see the politicization of a bureaucracy, a powerful bureaucracy, against Americans and targets politically, this is not the American system. And you can fool some of the people some of the time, but not enough of the people this time.
Yeah, and we've seen this for years, how far that they've been willing to go. We know that they hid that they knew the laptop. They've known everything about Hunter. They know that there are investigations. They know everything over in Burisma. We know that they're hiding this. So check this out. Washington: a bombshell FBI informant containing a $10 million bribery allegation against President Biden and his son was released Thursday by Senator Chuck Grassley, showing that a Ukrainian oligarch claimed he was coerced into making the payoff. The owner of Ukrainian gas company Burisma Holdings, Mykola, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Zlochevsky, told the FBI informant in 2016 during a meeting at a coffee shop in Vienna, Austria, that, quote, it cost $5 million to pay one Biden and $5 million to another Biden, according to the redacted FD 1023 form. Oh man. Oh, this is getting good. So I'm just going to say he made some comment that although Hunter Biden was stupid and his dog was smarter, oh boy, well, his dog probably hasn't coked out his brain at this point. He needed to keep Hunter Biden on Burisma's board so everything will be okay, the document says. According to the report, the source that inquired whether Hunter Biden or Joe Biden told him he should retain the younger Biden, he replied, they both did. In an addendum to the report from June 2020, the source told investigators that he claimed to have 17 recordings of conversations with the Bidens, 2 of which involved Joe. Oh boy, I can't wait. I hope they release it. I really hope that, I mean, they probably won't. They're going to do everything they can, obviously. But man, to actually hear the words, I mean, they can't deny that. I guess, yeah, this is the guy's whose name who I'm probably butchering, but that's the guy who was forced to pay this drug addict $5 million. I'm sure he was worth every penny. The source added that he was convinced the recordings and other evidence showed he was somehow coerced into paying the Bidens to ensure Ukrainian prosecutor General Viktor Shokin was fired. And later in this video, I'm going to show you that he actually did that, both talking to Viktor Shokin and him admitting to do it on video. It's unclear when exactly the alleged payments would have been made by Burisma, which first added Hunter Biden to its board in April 2014 as his dad assumed control of the Obama administration's Ukraine policy. Although he has repeatedly claimed he never discussed business with his son, then Vice President Joe Biden met with his son's partner Devin Archer in 2014, around the time both Hunter Biden and Archer joined the Burisma board, according to Obama White House visitor logs. Joe Biden has also met with Burisma executive Vadim Porsharsky at an April 2015 dinner at DC's Cafe Milano, as revealed in the Post's first bombshell report in October 2020 on the contents of Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop. Oh, yeah. He's guilty, and now this stuff is starting to just fall apart because they're both stupid. Like, smart people don't get caught, but stupid people do. Grassley, who released a redacted version of the 4-page document, asked in a statement, quote, "What did the Justice Department and FBI do with the detailed information in the document? And why have they tried to conceal it from Congress and the American people for so long?" Yeah, exactly. We know they've been hiding this stuff. We know. I mean, basically, they got a couple guys on the inside who just does their bidding. So that's the story from the Post. He's getting bribed. Now, if we jump over here, this is an old video from OAN News. So they had an interview with the very guy that they talk about, Victor Shokin. So I'm just going to play you about the first minute or so you can understand what was going on.
Prosecutor General Victor Shokin told One American News in Kiev that in July and August of 2015, his office prepared to question Hunter Biden over money laundering activities tracing directly back to Burisma. Shokin says pressure to stop investigating Hunter Biden's Burisma activities then increased, and President Poroshenko personally asked Shokin to wind down the Burisma investigation to appease then Vice President and Obama's Ukraine point man, Joe Biden. As the months passed, more cases and investigations into Burisma began to spring up, and President Poroshenko came to Shokin's office and told Shokin the Burisma case was why Joe Biden wouldn't release $1 billion in U.S. loan guarantees, money Ukraine needed desperately.
Да, он говорит, нам нужны деньги, мы воюющая страна.
Yes, said Shokin. That's what he told me. He came to me and said, "You are a patriot of Ukraine. We need this $1 billion. We're at war, and if you are a patriot, you will close this case."
Это когда уже суд арестовал 2 февраля.
My conversation with Poroshenko on this, Shokin says, was in a phone call. It was after we started seizing Burisma assets in Ukraine when Poroshenko called me and said, "Listen, this all has to stop already. Joe Biden's temper is overflowing. This seizing of Burisma assets," said Poroshenko, was the last straw. Shokin says Poroshenko then paid him a visit in his office, asking for Shokin's resignation. Shokin responded and asked, "Why do I have to go? I haven't done anything wrong. I'm doing my job. This is standard procedure. We have reason to freeze Burisma assets." And Poroshenko said, "Biden is angry about you freezing Burisma assets. I'll figure something out." We asked Shokin.
I mean, right there from his mouth. Ooh, boy, he looks angry. Right there, right out of his mouth. I mean, he's telling you, this was a quid pro quo. He was investigating his family. He was investigating his son, basically, and he forced Ukraine to stop looking into it. Now, the actual moment to where he's so open and just with just so much arrogance and gall, he says it and no one bats an eye, but he admits it right out loud. Remember when they were talking to Trump? Oh, quid pro quo, quid pro quo. Here, actually, he literally says it.
I guess the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to the press conference. I said, "No," I said, "I'm not going to, or we're not going to give you the $1 billion." They said, "You have no authority. You're not the president." The president said. I said, "Call him." I said, "I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion." I said, "You're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here." And I think it was, 6 hours? I looked, I said, "I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money." Well, son of a bitch. Got fired. If the prosecutor.
He openly admits to it, and everyone's laughing out loud, and he literally admits to a quid pro quo, to using his diplomatic power to force the inner workings of another country, specifically an individual who is investigating the corruption between Burisma Holdings and his son and his family. He literally admits it. So, folks, I mean, right out of his mouth, this guy's guilty, his son's guilty, his whole family's guilty. These people have been doing it for years, and this goes back to 2015 and probably longer than that. Folks, the house of cards is collapsing. I don't know how much longer he can hold on, but you know what? I think the truth is finally coming out. All I hope is his family gets exposed and prosecuted justly for the crimes that he's committed to this country and his people. Folks, if you enjoyed my content, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share. I appreciate the support. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day. Take care, and I'll see you next time.